Welcome back to Zen Sets Techie Not Badass. I'm your arrogant host, Von Fry. Tonight, we're getting back into the Japanese wilderness for more driving game on Xbox. Did you guys check the Xbox Games Showcase? Because I did, and I think maybe you would rather me talk about that for a minute. I had Olive Garden this afternoon, and then, they give you so many salads, and then I was like, you know what? I can just eat like a salad a little bit in between some nos from the other day, some M&Ms. I mean, shit, Reese's Pieces. So I actually had the salad for dinner. I caught the games showcase. Not a heap I want to really get into. It was 2.5 hours, and I mean, I didn't watch the Gears of War E-Day special afterwards. Not really too interested in that. We can talk about the games real quick. Surprisingly, okay, so somebody spilled the beans because influencers, I have special information. I want to be the first to get that out. Did you know that they're canceling the multi-plat launch for Gears of War E-Day? It's going to be an Xbox console exclusive. Okay, so most of these titles here said available day one with Game Pass, right? The truth is you're going to have Game Pass Ultimate to get the day one access, right? But in addition to that, you didn't get that card at the end of this one, did you? Nope. We moved Game Pass down. Actually, it's still more than it should be. It's about $23 before tax or something. We got it cheaper, guys, but that means no Call of Duty, wah wah. So there was a long, boring Call of Duty video of guys sneaking around like a North Korea mall in the DMZ or whatever. So how come Halo didn't get this benefit, right? Spyro and Crazy Taxi, those were the two things that really stood out to me, paper. Most of this other stuff we knew was coming, right? But Halo, it ends and it says on PlayStation 5. And I'm like, what the shit? Asha, you said this was going to be about exclusives. And then this over here, and I think exclusives, they mean, we mean Gears of War and Fable. Those are exclusives. And the Fable trailer got worse. Somehow they made the Fable game look even worse. Now I'm pretty sure it's that, like, really stacked Agent Carter gal, right? Because from her nose, she has like a weird nose and dead eyes. Like they gave her that, but they didn't give her this. And then it's set in a fantasy world of diversity. How do you do European-based fantasy with primarily mixed race black people? Explain to me what fantasy, I guess that is a fantasy, so that's what you got. Metro, I could have confused this with anything else. There was a lot of, we're killing monsters. 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 I'll say we're killing monsters. This is appealing. I've wanted to play I've never played a Spyro. This could be an opportunity to play some Spyro. It's coming in a while, isn't it? But aside from killing monsters, sometimes we're killing monsters in ancient China slash feudal Japan, right? We're killing monsters. I didn't realize this was a Plague Tale thing. I was like, what? Okay, new thing? No, we grafted on a Plague Tale. I don't even think you're playing as Sophia. Hold on. No, Journey to. I don't think that's the same broad from the other two Plague Tales. I could be mistaken. I actually really liked the first one, but I don't remember the chick's name. The second one ran at like sub 30 FPS, and I couldn't get through it. Doom: The Dark Ages. Now Doom Man, he's going to have like no armor. Like they're taking his helmet off, and boy did he look weird that way. Senua. What are we doing, guys, with our naming scheme? I really like the first two games, right? Set in the Hellblade. Why don't we call it Hellblade 3? I can't tell you the names of the. It's Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and then Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and now it's Senua. New IP right here, Clockwork Revolution. There's another. Okay, if it's not set in feudal Japan, feudal Asia, then I'll tell you what it is. It's set in nondescript Victorian, almost steampunk, if not steampunk 1800s. There was a lot of that happening at the Xbox Game Showcase, wasn't there? So this, you know, it looks like you're going to be doing typical FPS stuff. You know, for whatever reason, all the studios Microsoft gobbled up kind of make the same game. They make a Bethesda-like. Am I wrong? Tote, I'll have you know, I worked on something for you last night. That's why it turned out my brother was busy. So I planned, I didn't think he was going to be busy. I thought we were going to go out and eat stuff. That's why we didn't have a stream last night. But because I had some free time, I worked on something. All right. So that's going to be happening in the next few days here. It's going to be a busy week, guys. I'm going to try to have a banger of a video each day, Monday through Friday. I need you guys to really show out, as they say in the WNBA, and selly, right? So, Clockwork Revolution. This is going to land with a thud. People are going to squee about this. They were like, we need a very Asian-y game, and here we go. This over here makes me mad. Set 23 years after Castlevania Dracula's Curse. Is that the first game? Is Castlevania Dracula's? Was it just Castlevania and then we've added I don't know. But why is Castlevania trying to look like something else? Evil Empire. What else have they worked on? I'm sure are they the Dead Cells people or something? Like, why does this look like that Rogue Prince of Persia? And kind of Guacamelee and Dead Cells, and why are so many of these I forgot what we even call them, Metroidvanias, looking less like Metroid and Castlevania. And now you have one of the games, the franchise, Konami can't be bothered to make their own games. Who are we kidding, right? They're letting a company that wanted to rip off Konami's stuff have the wheel. And then they go and they say, okay, now that we can do it the official way, let's still make it look like a ripoff, right? I'm going to be working on Monday for how long? Who knows? That's okay. That's okay. Maybe we won't do a stream tomorrow so that I can watch the basketball, right? But I'm going to try to have some videos posted, okay? For sure. If I'm not streaming, there's definitely going to be video posted. I have shorts also I can post if there's an emergency. Probably a product review coming. Headphones, maybe shower equipment. I haven't really decided, but videos I won't watch probably. Thank you. Yep. So we're making an actual official Castlevania game. We're going to girl it up and it's going to look like third party, whatever generic indie Castlevania, Metroidvania amalgamation that we can. I don't understand the logic there. And when did they say this comes out? It's got a price. October. That might be a kind of boring month. Maybe we can pick that up. I mean, again, it's like, how many games are in the Asian place? Why does this one look more serious than this? I don't understand the personas. Magician, I mean, again, with the like 1800s setting, why is that very popular? Why are we still adding updates to this game when there was a 2020 that it seemed like didn't get updates for very long? Crazy Taxi World Tour. This one piqued my interest, but I don't know, man. Set in the post GTA 6 world of what, spring 2027 or February or something. Just where do we go from there, right? And if I play the trailer, I'm going to get copyright strike. but please just have some screens. It looks pretty. Okay, it looks good. The old game, I think, holds up, right? If that Castlevania game is $20, now we're talking. That is a Game Pass title, right? But why isn't that Castlevania game on Switch? Doesn't that scream Switch 2 capable game right here? And it didn't have a Switch 2 logo. But this oh man, this looks cool. It looks good, right? But how exciting is 1/1000th of an activity from GTA 6 going to be? Right? I don't know if this will have that sense of urgency. You're going around the world. Is it online multiplayer? Like, what is it exactly? This is going to be on the Switch too. I'm thinking we're looking at a 40 FPS title here if we're lucky, guys. I would consider Castlevania on the Switch too, also, Banjo. But I'm not interested in it on Xbox unless it's on Game Pass, and that is a period of time in which I'm using Game Pass. Kind of, you know? You collect the fares to increase your timer. But if we're doing an open world thing and we're traveling to different places, or there's just a bunch of different cities, this needs to be more than a single player experience to have any legs. I will go on and say, this actually looked a lot better than last time we were teased about Crazy Taxi, right? Really. And they're probably going to hit you with the Bad Religion and the Offspring, and you're going to get all the vibes. It needs to run really fast. I'd hope that this has a 120 mode. Right, guys? It seems these days it's less about console support and more about stingy publishers. It's something of a black mark on Nintendo if they do not get that that game. Oh, shoot. We do not want a trailer. If they don't get Castlevania Day 1, that is a major problem for Nintendo. What they might get is, okay, we didn't give you a Switch 2 thing. Play Anywhere pre-order. Is it include? Does it say Day 1 Game Pass? $29.99? I don't think so. I mean, how is that not more involved than Silk Song? Silk Song with that $20 price point, right? But what I'm saying is, it is a serious problem for the Switch 2 to not get a game that looks like it was made with the Switch 2 in mind. Could it be 3 months later it comes to the Switch 2? Game on card. Is that a possibility? No, Just Like a Prayer would be a Madonna song. Crazy Taxi, that would sell like... Is it going to sell like hotcakes? Because it's a Sega game, which means likely game key card. Sea of Thieves update. That sounds cool if you're into Sea of Thieves. Elder Scrolls Online. If you're into that, okay. There's like, here's some update for our sort of like stretched out games as a service titles, right? Valor Mortis. Is this another one I'm going to have to try to refreshed on? It's like we're battling some monsters, right? But we mix it up a little bit. It's Revolutionary War monsters. There's a lot of the same game. Age of Empires stuff, we're heading north. Okay, cool. Magpie, I thought, is this from like the Untitled Goose Game people? Because it screams Untitled Goose Game, right? Like, you could play this. This is like a good... Include this with Game Pass because people probably wouldn't buy it title. We're going to end with this other one here. Join Us. This looks like a parody of Far Cry. Remember the one with the cult? But kind of in a fun way. Finally, you get to feel like the critical drinker and build your cult. And look, you were right. The aliens came, right? Kind of look like a character from Wild Hogs. Don't say that, Tote, because I know William H. Macy's in that movie, and the other day, someone said as a compliment that I look like William H. Macy with these sunglasses, so let's not even go there. And if I pull up Wild Hogs and he's wearing these sunglasses, they're going on eBay. I don't think he has these. I don't think so. I'll have you know Martin Lawrence was also in Wild Hogs. Cult of the Lamb to fill the critical drinker needs. This could be kind of interesting. It also said it had some 4-player co-op. I could see people having some fun with this, you know, in an almost sandbox way, which is kind of lazy because it's like, oh, we're going to make the players make their game for them. We just give you put the stuff there and then you go do it. Spend tedious hours, you know, cultivating, right? So that's that. Vivarium. This, guys, this was interesting. I did not expect to see another anime come to life game. Like this is straight up looking like you're playing an anime from 1985. And yeah, okay, I mean look at the hand there. That is so much like a cell animation. Like just you would think it was on a separate piece of plastic, right? And it's probably story-wise quaint and unthreatening with, you know, your typical gardening side job stuff. But the animation, voice acting, sounds, music might get me through playing some of this. And I think this one probably said day one Game Pass. There was not a lot on offer that wasn't day one Game Pass, and Crazy Taxi not being day one Game Pass really stood out. So here, not currently available. We're going to add to wish list. Let's get the wish list going, right? Available with smart delivery, optimized, play anywhere. At the bottom of the trailer, it probably says. Yeah, I'm going to be working on the guns for you guys. I got to get the guns back a little bit. I got to do this for the stream. So that was the last game I wanted to talk about. I felt like there were more hits here than Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest gave you a supercut of Switch 2 indie titles. And this actually, there was quite a few games that had Switch 2 on the back of it. I don't think Vivarium was one of them. But if Orbitals is not the first or the only game coming out that has the throwback 80s anime aesthetic, is it going to lose the battle? Like, is it just going, oh, that's just anime slop? I don't know. I don't drink Bud Light in a trailer. I drink it outdoors in the street. No, I don't drink alcohol. That's kind of for pussies. Shoot heroin. No, don't do that. Actually, I took a nap this afternoon and I dreamt that I was like, I had to save the CIA that was under siege by third world people. And I pretty much did it by myself. It was kind of like Die Hard. So I'm kind of in the mood to murder up. But yeah, okay, well, if we hit this, what happens? No? Okay, what am I wish listing here? Probably Crazy Taxi, and then that'll do it. Crazy Taxi. Oh, man, yeah, Switch 2 version of that. You might hit 40 FPS, but if you can play it mobile, that's not bad. And I felt there was more hits here than Summer Game Showcase, right? I might actually get early access to Senua. They gave me a review code for Hellblade 2. So there's possibility on that. And it has been about 2 years. So it's a good thing that we're kind of moving along with this instead of long gestation period. Okay, guys, let's get back to the Forza. I have done some offline grinding for a few nights. You can see I need 2,000 points to do the Horizon Legend event. Previously, it was like 14,000, right? I'm drinking Nos tonight. We're going to need to switch. Oh, shit. We need to switch this out. I have Scorpion songs stuck in my head. Summer Showcase was beyond boring. Vaughn made it watchable. It was no. Xbox Summer Games. Some Xbox Summer Showcase was like, we're not doing anything live. Just put the trailers up, smash cut to trailers. So that's fine. The Summer Game Fest was awful. Hey, we need to introduce everything to slow the show down. We need a live audience here to barely cheer for anything. That's what we also need. And that makes things really land with a thud. Like there's probably some, what is it, Crowbar Cat or whatever? Crob Cat. He's probably got a video coming about the fail of Summer Game Fest and the people not applauding and things like that. Just... It was a cringe fest. At least with the Xbox One, we saw more things without awkward moments. Now, there was something I was thinking of doing here. If I finish these snack things, this is going to be a little tedious. You are rewarded with the snack uniform. Okay? So with the snack uniform, and this would, this is going to actually take a long time. Let's see how much money we get for one of these. This could each section get longer, is my guess. So we'll run one of these. If not, we'll just get to the events. Cavafax informed me that after... See, do you want me to start winning with this sweet uniform? Now, I do have a 90s uniform I can wear.
Confirmation of food order received.
If needed.
Route has been charted to pickup location in 400 yards. Turn right.
These are really easy, and the game, there's not many of them. I've done the same drive multiple times, and I'm probably like halfway through the thing. It's super crazy tedious stuff. It really is. Honestly, do I have to go that way? Kind of looks like I could go this other direction to get there. This is... If there's a crazy taxi, this is boring taxi. Put you to sleep taxi. How are people gonna... Can you imagine how awful Crazy Taxi is gonna be to stream? If you turn streamer mode on, you're not gonna get the music that is pretty vital to the gameplay. No game is more affected by the music than Crazy Taxi. And that is a hill I'm dying on. You do not feel like you are in that setting unless you have the music going. If they change the music for a re-release version, it doesn't work the same. It's not this. It doesn't feel the same. So streamer mode is going to give you a bunch of generic AI loops, right? You are not going to feel like a 90s guy. That game was really ahead of its time with the product placement. You'd have like KFC. I think there was like Tower Records. Good luck finding that. I believe there was a Pizza Hut. And I'm wondering if they're going to have the product placement in the new game. Because if you don't have those realistic locations like that, I feel like it's not as urgent, right? So job complete, congrats.
Want to take on another delivery?
How fast is this money accumulating? It isn't. Yeah, we're not going to do any more of that. I'm going to put on the 90s outfit, boys. We're just going to get to this. City Trial is crazier than Crazy Taxi. Yeah, City Trial is some serious crack. You saw how fast I was going with that Leo. Friday, right? Was it Friday or Saturday? You saw how fast I was going with the Leo. I don't think I've ever gone that fast during City Trial. I had 100 power-ups, and I was hauling. And yet somehow our CPU teammates let us down. All right, right, we've got some races to win. What I've largely been doing offline is these jumps, these like crazy long jumps. I want to start doing some of the, that's only for 100. No, that's just a speed trap. We need to do some races that give us some points. Recommend festival season events, sure. I almost have an achievement unlocked. I don't know how to do it. So when Cavafax gets here, we need to ask him. Complete a Horizon Rush event. What is that? What's Horizon Rush? I'm not seeing that as a thing. So all I got to do is that, and then I would have done everything during the winter season. Whipped cream fight. What? Somewhere and I might have to mud wrestle in skimpy clothes or something for what? I do need Anna, if you can set up like a tip thing or I don't know what, so that we can like work towards the restream tax. That might be neat. I don't know. Tote, yes, I did watch Good Will Hunting last night and recorded a commentary. The tentative release schedule for this week. 007 review. Good Will Hunting commentary. Scream 7 review. Nothing headphones review. And finally Friday, Forza Horizon Lunar Festival, whatever the hell, review. I'm expecting about 300 views between those 5 videos. Somebody called me an obvious industry plant today on my making fun of the critical drinker video. And I was under the impression that the industry plants were supposed to look successful. You know, like, they at least have the fake views coming in. Something to make it look like they're, you know, they had advanced access to stuff. I reviewed the game as late as that asshole, but I was the industry plant. I didn't get early access to be the industry plant. I would like us to do some races that involve some super crazy fast cars. 350 points, sure. Why not? We do have access to some quicker vehicles now in these races, so I thought it'd be fun to do them, but game didn't want me using them. Most finished with super hard mode and road trip. Got every vehicle to the game in the game, so who knows what will go down. I don't quite have the full checklist. There's a few like really I don't know what the deal is, but it's like there are some very particular things you're supposed to do. This looks quick. Some very situational things for the checklist. I had some microwave popcorn from Opa Pop. I might kind of plug that at the start, who knows? There's the TIE Fighters. He's giving an interview. Why do these guys look like they're, I mean, X-Wing pilots, right? Like, what the hell? I didn't have nearly as much popcorn as before, and it doesn't feel kind of drenched. It's pretty light. I don't think you're going to notice the popcorn that much. Okay, but if you want to complain about it, then fine. We can wait another year before I do another one. Here I am. Dun, dun. I insist on the Scorpions Rock You Like a Hurricane being used in a hurricane commercial for seniors. With a kind of like mellowed out version, like cover of it. That really needs to happen. They're leaving money on the table, Scorpions. You know, like a, here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Like, it'll be like a weird mellowed out jingle-fied version, right? You can really tell when a bandmate died when their songs start getting used in pill commercials because the family wants money easily. And then when you start hearing it, like, at some point we're gonna get like a bunch of hip hop commercials. There's gonna be like Mary J. Blige. She's gonna be in it. Missy Elliott is gonna have some kind of pill song. I'm trying to imagine what it would be like. It's not gonna be pretty, but we're gonna get there someday. Probably, that could be a decade away. That where they're gonna try to hit the millennials with the pills, right? The new boomers. I am in the winter, and it's making a lot of the overworld activities tough. There's ice all over the damn place. I've been doing a little bit of the drifting. The drifting in this game is kind of fun, but boy, it's pretty hard to master. Cavifex really has it down. Evidently, I struggle. I got one good clip of me drifting for the video review. Lots of fails. Boom, I made that look pretty easy. Nowhere, how much do you weigh? We need to know Nowhere size here. There's got to be a tail of the tape between Anna and Nowhere for the drunken arm wrestling. She did say drunk arm wrestling, so I think Anna knows she can hold her liquor. I've been watching a lot of Jenny Nicholson lately. Gemma Lee Farrell. I don't know of any model that looks like her. I have found a life hack on YouTube. If you open the app and you scroll down a little bit on your suggested videos, but you don't click on them, you can unmute them and play them with no ad breaks. Just it plays the whole thing. If you pull it up on a smart TV or the Xbox, whatever, it'll play like 30 seconds or a minute, and then it'll start to like fade out. Doesn't happen. Does not go down that way. If you do it with my trick. 180, not accurate read. So you're guessing 180 pounds. Anna probably weighs less than that. See, you might have some bulk to throw around. So the liquor, the alcohol is going to be on her side. You understand? Extreme Track Toys. That sounds like an event for us, guys. I think I weigh about 155, which I'm pretty ashamed of. Okay, we're going to actually we have to probably head to our garage. Return home so that I can get my 90s clothes on, since we aren't going to be able to unlock the suite. We're not going to be able to unlock the sweet stuff here. We're going to go to character. You have to head to your garage. You can't change clothes out in the middle of the street, guys. All right, so it is lame and a little overdone, but we do have a 90s outfit. You see those shoes, how like loud those shoes. I have found the loudest, most early 90s basketball shoes. Somebody has them in my size on eBay. And I'm trying to wait for some YouTube rewards for doing their surveys and helping them with research. to come in, but they're late, and I was going to use that to get these cool 90s shoes. But is that a new notebook? Did you update it? Is that a new notebook star? I've been meaning to work on that. I haven't. Sorry. Nowhere. I think we saw all the stuff during the stream. You made some really impressive designs. If you guys missed it, that last stream, the celebration of Nintendo, really cool stuff. Same. It still looked really cool. I like the holes. That pause. Okay, Extreme Track Toys. 350 points. Let's do it. It's not going to take us long to get to the big event here. Extreme Track Toys. I guess this calls for a Vulcan. What is it suggesting? I thought I had other track toys. Why are some of these showing up as new? Like they just got in the game in an update? I'm not so sure that that's better than a Vulcan, boys. 2005 Ferrari, come on. Oh, this is a pretty serious beast right here. But let's hit it with the Vulcan. Yeah, the Vulcan is, I mean, these are like two, the Porsche I just highlighted is a fellow, we don't believe in headlights car because this is not street legal. You know? I'm using OBS. I think I have some Streamlabs elements. I think that the latest tipper thing in the last contribution is a Streamlabs deal. I am looking at tweaking some things just to make it a little less stressful on my computer, on the MacBook. I might remove the frame. Hold on here. Like, just to give you guys kind of a look. Let's see, smalls. Does that look lamer? Unframed? Do we need the frame? It doesn't seem, it doesn't tie in. It's not as cohesive. It needs some kind of bracket around it, doesn't it? But that moving bracket, if I get rid of that for a little bit, let's see what the PC. So we were hitting about 15 CPU, which will turn on a fan. And we'll do a race like this, okay? That saved me a little bit of CPU. It's down to about 13%. Oh, clearly I'm being outgunned here. Pussies putting on brakes. You son of a... That wasn't Bowie knife, was it? Hope you guys like driving because there's going to be a lot of Grand Theft Auto streamed on this channel. Hey, I don't make the rules. Well, you know, we could probably do that again. Say it one more time. With feeling. Oh, you son of a... I am not being beaten by a CRX. Get out of here with that weak shit. Evidently the car to use for the stunt jumps is the, like, 1980s Initial D car. The Toyota 86 Trueno. in this game. There's a special edition one that I guess flies. Or maybe you can adjust the wings so that it can really, like, glide well. Turn this into flight simulator, right? You son of a... This is my job, Earthworm. Earthworm is on thin ice, guys. Keep an eye on him, and I think he says a lot of things like, I will find you, and all this stuff. If I had a job, I wouldn't be allowed to say the things I say. You know, that's how the canceling works, right? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm an industry plant, so... Now this is a Shadow Star I think is really like. Have I not seen the Shadow Star? Have I not seen that one? I don't know if you can flag Earthworm over here as a potential troublemaker. You know, he doesn't know he's been flagged. Unfortunately, we're drinking Nos. Sorry, guys. There's Asha doing her little dance.
Yeah, go to church. Find Jesus. Like, I mean, why is everybody so horny here?
Hypercars? Let's see some hypercars.
Okay, Legend, I have set your route to the road.
So there is a way to, like, flag somebody like, hey, maybe this... He doesn't even know he's been warned. Like, that's kind of cool. Can you make, like, the tip goal thing? Or... Because, like, I saw it was, like, 5 super chats, but it was kind of like long-term money. Like, if you could start at 190 and then over the course of several streams, like, chip away at that. Like, I don't know if there's a way to do that. I'm not going to tell you what job I have because I don't have one. How about that? So, does that work for you? Hypercar race. What do we got? Where is... Hypercars, huh? It says modern supercars. That's for 350. I say we do it. Another Shadow Star. I've got to screenshot these nowhere. I'm sorry. There we go. I already won this Roma, so I don't know what this is about, but it's like there's a new series. What, am I going to get like a second Ferrari Roma? This Huracan is beast. This GTR souped up might be better. I don't know. Guys, what car do we want in the race? Lamborghini. We've got Lamborghini, Huracan, GTR. Let me know what you think. I'm going to look in the store real quick. You tell me which car we're using. The hell is a J50? The hell's that? I don't remember that being a thing. 488 GTB. I see a few of these on occasion. Let's show some support, guys. Oh, this is an unfortunate car right here. They're getting a refresh. I really like these, and they're pretty cheap. It has more than 592 horsepower. Come on, it was shipped with 600. These are really quite cheap, but you can get a hardtop convertible that still shows the V8 engine in the back. That was something Ferrari could not engineer. This Porsche 911 Turbo is a absolute threat. This game have the Aston with the V12. It does. The Valhalla is in here. It is an unlockable. You're going to have to unlock. I know this is like a 10-second car. This is going to be like a real serious beast. You know what? Let's not... Maybe we'll win a car. I have a lot of wheel spins to do. Maybe we'll get something fun here. There's some kind of Isuzu, you know, maybe like a truck. Forza Edition. Those are expensive. Anything Forza Edition has really been kitted out for stuff. For what? I don't know what that one's specialty is. But maybe we'll get the Aston Martin here. So I think the Valkyrie, that James Bond car in 007, was that the Valkyrie or the Valhalla? I think it was the Valkyrie. I think it's in here and it's not going to be cheap. I think you actually have to win it. I would like to just quick spin. You just use all your spins. It just shows you all the results instead of you having to do this. I have spent so many hundreds of hours opening, shit, what were they called? In loot boxes. One at a time. And then finally, as they're getting me kicked out of the game, they create an open all loot box button as if to twist the knife to finally make a feature I asked for. I do think you can get that Aston Martin here. That's why. Ooh, that'd be a good outfit for Asha. He's gonna get me. I don't know, man. Artura, that may hang in this race. We'll see if it's viable. Well, I definitely got the money coming in to buy a Valkyrie. You can't see what kind of engine a car has, and that's really awful. So, Paper, you're going to have to look up the specs on the Valkyrie. I think it has a V12. But I'm not certain. I think that my Vulcan has a V12. Can't go wrong with 200,000 credits. Oh, so close to 250. Here we go, last spin. Oh, you rap. Ugh. Okay, if we look at the buy the cars thing.
Welcome back, legend.
You cannot look at what, like, honestly, if I go to tuning and upgrades, I think I can see what the engine is. You do not have a quick way to look at that. So if you go over here to like engine replacement, I think it will. Okay, so this one doesn't say replace, but some of them do have a replace the engine option. Okay, so installed, what do I have? You know what I mean? Like, it says your power. It gives you some stats, right? But it doesn't say what kind of engine you've got. Which is pretty shameful. Power to weight ratio pretty extreme. So yeah, there's no way to tell. Oh, no, shoot. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to buy. Might actually have to do an auction for one of those. Okay. There's the Valkyrie. And then this one you win. Boy, are these expensive. And those are R class. They're not going to be allowed in that race. So may as well not even bother. It may just have to race what I've got, boys. 12.5% GPU. If I turn this on, that's going to crank it up to 15. So I need to have a few less moving parts. Now, if I get rid of the fire in the background, that really lowers things drastically. But I don't know. Does the fire background, does that add to the stream? I feel like it kind of does. It brings a little Silk Song with us. But I don't know how you guys feel about that. All right, now the tricky part. You have more legs of this race to do, and the game isn't really going to tell you where they are. You go there, and then it says you've already done it. It'll be like, no, that wasn't the one you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do this one first, then this one. Like, it'll pull that kind of crap on you. It doesn't tell you which one to go to next. Continue event, I guess lucky. The Artura does work, but it turns out it's kind of hideous. So, well, we're in Japan. Let's do as the Japanese would, right? You're trying to figure out how modding works. I don't think you can moderate YouTube people on Twitch. Like, you don't need to be modding Restream Bot, because if you ban Restream Bots, repeat from the YouTube chat, then the chat column isn't going to work right. It's not going to function. So you'd have to be a mod on YouTube to handle the YouTube people. Methinks. These two platforms don't entirely play 100% with each other. They are competitors. I think there's an option also to stream on Facebook, have 3 streams at a time. Not something I've bothered setting up, but you ass. Get out of here with that weak bullshit, fake Acura NSX crap. This is the real Godzilla here, man. R35. I think this Nissan GTR is a very well-liked car. You don't hear people hate it. It was like the first car that made like a pretty serious jump in sports car performance. At its price, they were like 75 grand when introduced in like 2008. And we're giving you 0 to 60 in 3.5, which was crazy. 0 to 60 in 3.5 was like the domain of cars that were close to $1 million. Like, the supercar, incredibly expensive. Now, when they finally got rid of these, they made them from like 2008 to 2024, looking almost the same, looking quite similar. Just a few updates here and there. A little more horsepower here, refined suspension here and there, revamp the material in the interior at one point, redesign the interior, change the wing. They evolve the car. That is a respectable, good way to do it. Rather than, okay, we'll kill it off and then, now here's the new one, and it's hit or miss style. But yeah, they leave off and they cost like 200 grand. The performance to value was not quite there, you know? last year when my dad bought a Nissan Armada Pro 4X, they didn't even have a GTR in the showroom. I think they'd already seen their last GTR at the dealer.
Okay, Legend.
86
What do you want
Supra
to do now?
sucks. Those weren't the Supra, like an 82 Supra. I kind of jive with that style a little more. Then you have like, what is it, 85 to 92, just kind of looks bland and outdated from the jump. 93, now we're talking 97. I think it's 98 gets the... 98 was not legal in California. I'm trying to recall here. 98 was not legal in California, but I think it had the updated taillights. And they made a lighter interior dashboard. Like, dashboard was gray. People talk up the Skyline like it's much of its lore was created around Gran Turismo, the original Gran Turismo, but I don't think so. The car that won Gran Turismo so easily was the Mitsubishi GTO, known as the 3000 GT VR4 here. That doesn't say it's going to give me points, does it? It's already checked off. We need 1,300 points. Buggies. Showdown something. I don't know what this is doing. At one point, it was saying that I was going to get some points, right? And then if you interrupt that, then you don't get them. Drift zone. Those are not easy for me. More drift zone. We may have to do a drift zone. See, this is so weird. Okay, those are not the points we're looking for. I don't think. I think I may already have this because it said I won it. But over there, see, it's not showing when in Rome finished win. That's what has me a little bothered. So maybe go ahead and finish this. Phantom Streams, hello. Modern supercars. Yeah, let's... Heck, it might be too easy to win with this GTR. Joy-Con Drift Zone. Nowhere, what are you looking forward to playing? Is that Summer Games or the Xbox Showcase? I'm still miffed that we don't have a release date for Orbitals. So the Skyline R34 that people kind of act like its lore was like created by Gran Turismo was not that good in Gran Turismo. Souped up the best car in the original Gran Turismo is the GTO, the Mitsubishi. You bastards. You use Restream? Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know about you, but have you looked into their AI make the reels, make the YouTube shorts for you automatically program? It's pretty pricey, but I could see a lot of benefits to that. And YouTube shorts are really popular. They get views. That could be a great way to grow the stream. Yeah, I'm just on YouTube and Twitch. I'm not doing the Facebook thing. I guess I can't. I always have the option to add Facebook, but I was unceremoniously banned for life for having more friends than Zuck years back. So I think I have a phantom Facebook account simply because Instagram forced me to. Okay, you can make your own shorts, but it is a little time consuming, whereas their bot program will will determine which shorts have viral potential and make them for you automatically. And then you can fine tune them. And then what do you know? You've got an actual viable short. I might buy that for like a month or something. It's kind of pricey, but you know, if it gets rewards, how come that didn't count as me missing the checkpoint? I clearly went wide. And I do that all the time and they still give me the checkpoint. This GTR is slaying these kids. No wonder they were bumping me. Yeah, I don't need the other tiers. That's like way too many shorts. Like, look, give me like 3 viable shorts from each stream at most. I don't need to carpet bomb YouTube with shorts so much. I don't need like 50 of them, you know? What car did he convert right-hand to right-hand drive or from right-hand drive? Now, a friend of mine from college, I don't have a lot of them I keep up with, was in New Zealand. And he rented a car and while parallel parking crashed it. Because you had to do too many things backwards. You're driving on the wrong side while also sitting on the wrong side. Everything, you know? What is the price of that first tier, Phantom? It's not cheap, is it? It's going to be like 30 bucks a month or something for that AI use. It might actually be worth it, though. There are some other things out there that do similar things. Am I going to get a screen here saying I won the championship or something? Finished. Okay, so this thing basically lied to me. That was a complete waste of time. Awesome. 190 a year. It's 190 a year for the Restream Pro thing that I have. And you would think that would come with a weekly allowance of AI shorts, and it doesn't. I mean, I remember I used like 2 AI shorts a year ago. And that was like, oh, you're done. You've had your taste. You ready to pay for it now? On top of the 190 for the Restream hosting. So, pretty brutal. Toyota Paseo. That's a little off-road. No, is that a little off-road thing or no? Of all things, made it right-hand drive. Hard to... Paseo. I'm trying to recall what that is. I wouldn't mind if... I don't think you could make a turn a Sarah left-hand drive, but that'd be a pretty interesting car. You have the only one of those in the parking lot. We have to Red Bull. I must Red Bull and I cannot, and I have no mouth. I must have the first tier. I thought they had a separate thing for their shorts. What I'm able to do is, from Restream, look and sample what a short might look like that it wants to make of my stream. But I can't actually use it until you go through the window and pay. Now, we're talking about it here. I wonder if their bot's going to pick up on that and be like, here's a great idea for a short. It's about using AI to make shorts. Bowie knife. You're going down. Oh, you see that asshole try to turn into me there? Dick. I was hoping he missed the jump altogether. like Mario Kart. Oh, so much easier in the snow. There are a number of like official energy drink liveries on cars. I've seen a Volkswagen New Beetle that has a Rockstar livery in the store. Like it's like an item you can buy or win or something. Yeah, a short about using AI to edit your shorts would actually be... It would actually be a short that gets views, you know? I only have 2 pairs of shorts that I kind of like. I have some workout shorts. They don't make the kind I like anymore. Nike keeps trying to put some kind of boxer brief lining in their shorts. And then they charge you like 80 bucks. So I have to use like the shorts that I used like 20 years ago that were great. Hell, my favorite underwear is not even being made anymore. The Calvin Klein CK1. Or I think they called it a Concept 1. Microfiber, seamless. It had a Super Bowl commercial. Rounds about 2013, I think. Really cool design, comfortable. Can't find them. Glad I bought a bunch of those. Now I've tried getting some other, and I get the trunks, by the way. Trunks, it's like the happy medium between the boxer brief. Slam it. If you're not slamming, you're not driving. Cavafax, welcome. I've got just a little bit of racing to do before I can go to Legend Island. So I named the stream Legend Island because we're going to do Legend Island activities. You can join the convoy and all this stuff if you like. Kind of laying boots to asses here. Way ahead. Go Subaru. Does this car like give Subaru, or this game has got to make Subaru and Mitsubishi angry, right? Because they're like, you know, maybe we should bring back that Lancer Evo and the WRX STI. People seem to like playing it with them in the game. If only we still built those cars, people might buy them. But the problem that they ran into was one similar to WWF. Once the big bad WCW went away, now you don't have the competition. You get to be PG-13. You get the PG era, and everybody hates it. Once the Lancer went bye-bye, the clock was ticking on the WRX STI, and you know it. So once that rival goes, it's like, well, we can keep putting the same engine in this car for 15 years, or, hell, screw it. Let's just get rid of it and make little crossovers. I don't know how long. Want to know how long is the last race? No, I don't, but you said it was a ways. I want to get some Calvin Kleins for myself. I hear they're super comfy. I'm not wearing them right now, but I'm wearing Fruit of the Loom's microfiber thing. It's okay, but hey, if we hit that 190, okay, look, we hit that 190. I think you know where I'm going with this. We can't do it, not tonight. You know what I'm going to do after the stream? I'm going to do a little workout, take a shower, and then I'll... Yeah, are you guys going to make me stream tomorrow? I might wear... The next stream, I'm going to wear the Calvin Kleins, all right? But if we get the tip, I'll stand up and kind of show them off or whatever. Or you're not allowed to do that. Is that like the licking the microphones? Are you allowed to do that? Or... Anna, consult Twitch and YouTube. I mean, like, look, you can't do that when you have thousands of kids watching. I have like about 3 viewers. So it's probably fair game, right? Only wear cotton. I like the microfiber got to be made out of something, right? You're going to go into voice chat with Anna and set up your tip page. Tip page. Now, is that only going to be on Twitch or is it universal? I don't know. I think I probably need a counter somewhere over here. Like, I've got space off to the side over here, upper right next to my name, and have like the tip skulls or whatever. I've also thought, you see those pipes? If the pipes had converging text, like it looked like text was looping inside the pipe, that's the bracket of the stream, that would look so cool. You know, if that was like new sub, gifted, and then it would kind of like scroll, and then it would kind of like repeat down at the bottom. Oh, goes on your OBS layout. Okay. I'll work on that. And then will that track between streams? Because I don't need that all at once or something like that, but it could track, right? And Anna, look up the terms. Are guys allowed to wear theoretically short shorts? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, say, okay, here it is. I stand up and it's like Calvin Klein modeling time. OBS, I think it was Streamlabs where I got the last contributor thing. All right, so it'll count over time. That's cool. We can call that the restream tax countdown. Does that sound good? Recommended events, sport utility heroes, that all sounds lame. All right, we've got credits. That's 350. We are 950 away. 300 potential. You have to run different classes of cars to get those points. A drift zone for 100. Oof. Sport utility heroes, fine. You can set your Twitch audience to 18 and over, then you can do what you want. What about on YouTube? Because this goes to YouTube also. I have set up a YouTube 18 plus thing. Live stream, but an early stream sometime back, but oh gosh, Typhoon's really going to be fighting. That's C-class. That could be interesting. What else could we be running here? That Jurassic Park Typhoon is probably the way to go. I know it's supposed to be a Ford Explorer. All right, Typhoon it is. We may have to do that as a reward stream. Like, hit the goal, get the reward stream. Hit the goal, the next stream becomes like the reward stream, right? That's 18 plus. Or the Friday... Well, I mean, we do have the going off topic, which is members only. But, I mean, I guess that could be a place where that would work too. All right, we're gonna cheat. I lie, I steal, I cheat. Where are you going? Why did he just cut to the left? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have the grunt to catch up. I don't have the grunt, man. I'm not aerodynamic. Oh, Bowie knife, what's wrong? What happened to you guys? Why? What just happened? Those guys just gave up on the hill climb. Bowie knife over there with a new Land Rover Defender just falls down. But new vehicles ain't up to it? Don't you guys have way more power? You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, huh? Is that the... You ain't rubbing, you ain't racing? Alright, Jurassic Park, what do we got here? I think we can fend them off. One of these Typhoons, one of the very few 90s SUVs that's going to be worth some money. These have been collectible for some time. I think the more preferred is the Cyclone, the truck. The Cyclone, I think, came out a year earlier. So it kind of set the tone. No, 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 no. Gotta fight him off. Try to land parallel to the ground. I learned that from Kirby Air Riders. Come on. I think he's right. Oh, what? Where did you come from? That guy teleported. That car teleported, guys. He was not behind me. He was not there. And now, what, just flying? I mean, I'm flooring it the whole time. There's no reason for this guy to be ahead. You rat bastard. Average lizard. What the shit? The drafting in Air Riders is really something, man. It is intricate because you got to be in that trail. The trail's long, but you got to be right in the middle of that trail to get anything. Drafting in the other kart racers locks you in pretty generous. It's pretty easy to get some of the draft in Mario Kart. I think I still get the event points, don't I? You cheating asshole. There was another Typhoon behind me, and the next thing I know, here comes this Defender. Like it was the Kentucky Derby. A Radical RXC. What does that look like? Oh, that's gonna be pretty radical. This might be a Class X, no? Well, it's cheap. Relative. I was gone for 20 minutes and now we have a JP Ford. No, we do not. This is a GMC Typhoon made to look like a JP Ford Explorer. Spared no expense. You don't have that Ford Explorer in this game, but this was a pretty hot SUV, so this was a quick SUV in its day, so that's why it is in game. Modern Race 350. Are you saying I haven't done that? What can we do? We need to do 2 more events. 2 more races. 350 Track Life S2. Let's do it. Ain't taking the JP here. Sunny. Yesterday my life was feeling gray. Red Bull it is. I need to hear more thoughts. Hey, Cavafax, did you catch the Xbox Games Showcase this afternoon? I caught it. I didn't catch it all live. I kind of caught up 30 minutes behind and watched it. I went through at the beginning of the stream the games available that they showed off. I should probably actually make that a stream, a separate video upload clip, you know? Or a short. I don't know if I can make that a short. I talked for 5 minutes or something. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Because when you try to save as new a live stream, it kind of treats it like it's an upload, doesn't it? Okay, Red Bull, don't let me down. Even though I'm not using a Red Bull right now. Okay, that's going to count as cheating. Yeah. Okay, that I definitely was wide. I saw it after the fact. It was good. Yeah. Certainly the better of the 3. But I heard so many... I tried to explain to the Switch crowd on the subreddit, and they're like, no way, Summer Game Fest is way... I'm like, Summer Game Fest showed you 30 seconds of Switch available games in a hypercut montage. This had a surprising amount of Switch 2 support. At the end of games, Switch 2 was being represented there almost as much as a PlayStation. Oh, you're gonna make me rewind. This car actually does have a reservoir for Red Bull that it shares with the washer fluid. There we go. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Winds have changed this. AMG. I know people kind of hate on that Vantage that they made around lockdown. There was a Vantage. I probably didn't even need... It probably would have gave me that, honestly. We'll see if it does. No, it didn't. They made the V8 Vantage car look a little more race-like. It looked like a baby Vulcan, and people hated it. So then what did they do? When they do the refresh, they made it look like a... you know, dusty old traditional DB Aston Martin with the giant and typical grille and all that shit. And that's the one people want? Like, come on. Let your little sports car, your entry car, look like the baby version of the race car, and then you can have your stately GT look traditional. But no, everybody was outraged. And at the time of lockdown, you could get them cheap. That was the easiest way to get into an Aston Martin. They were so concerned. Like those cars were not moving. You could probably walk in with like 50K cash and they'd be like, hold on, we want to talk. Yeah, I know. I know that's like a quarter of the MSRP, but hold on, let's talk. That was your last real chance to get into an Aston Martin cheap, new. Now I'm sure you can probably snag a DBX cheap on the used market, right? You're into that sort of thing. Why did I do that? Shit. Yeah, I know. Xbox's presentation was good. Summer Games Fest, show-wise, the presentation of Xbox was way more like a Nintendo Direct. Like, hey, we've pre-rehearsed this, we've shot this already, this is going to run smooth. No stupid comedy bits. This is a packaged video YouTube upload, but we're treating it like a stream. Fine. Summer Game Fest. Stupid Dell computer ad breaks, out of sync voice stuff, dreadful comedy attempts, introducing every damn game because this Jeff Keighley guy is such a narcissist. He feels like if he introduces it, he gets to have like a part of that vibe. Oh, you guys are going to really clap for this one. Live audience barely claps. What were they thinking? So awful. They're trying to do the Game Awards in summer, is what it is. We can only make money once a year with this award show. How do we sprinkle that out? I know. Each week we shall have a country music award show on ABC, and that's what they do. What's the gaming equivalent of that? What you just saw, Summer Game Fest, right? I know. Let's try to do sketch comedy with this developer who barely speaks English. That'll work. You had the live audience there not clapping. The biggest clap they got was for The Wolf Among Us, which I'll have you know, Dawn Wanderer gifted me last night. The Wolf Among Us game, the Telltale game that people like. So a playthrough of that is in order. That said, I did think the next playthrough, I wanted to do the story mode of Fight Night Champion. I thought that would be fun. It's the best story mode in all of sports games. So we may be starting that this week. Then the wolf thing. And that should lead into Star Fox. Or a Star Fox closer than I think. I don't know. What's this? Star Fox is the end of the month, isn't it? And then Splatoon Raiders is July. I think, something like that. Hypercars, would that actually give me points? 20-something. I thought so. I couldn't be sure if it was the 20th, 25th. If it's the 20th, that might be cutting it kind of close. Dirt Rally. We've got one more event to do. Dirt Rally, Total Buggies. I don't know. If I can use my Kirby buggy, that might be interesting. Festival, solo, Kirby buggy. I did unlock one of these. I got enough points. Do you guys want to see the Warthog in action? I mean, we know that my BRZ body stuff, right? The Warthog coming in at A kind of needs some tuning, doesn't it? $25th for Starfax. Let me invite Cavafax to the convoy. We got a great big convoy. Dun, 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 dun. Can't complain too much about that. But some of these cars cost so much money. Starfax. So some kid named Jontron calls it Starfax instead of Star Fox. Like what, Carfax? When those commercials started with the puppet, it was, no, I want a Carfax, not a Car Fox. And then they quickly adopted the Carfax as the spokesperson instead of the, oh, this is lame, I wanted a Carfax, not this guy. Oh, instead, and they're trying to make him the gecko, you know? I saw a souped up Fiat Punto the other day. It was this, I don't even know what the hell that is. We don't screw around with Fiats around here. All right, Cavafax said, sure, let's go. And then he's not here. John Tron is a white supremacist kid. Here, how about you join me for the next thing, and I'll try to do this in the Warthog. Carfax on its tail. It was like, what? Oh, yeah, you almost look like Carfax. Should probably call you Carfax in this game. All right, don't let me down. This is untuned, but I think I can do this. John Tron sounds like a kid. That sounds like a kid's name. So maybe I'm just not familiar with this guy's brand of white supremacy game. I don't know. You son of a dick. I just got shoved. I think Bowie Knife shoved me through that other guy. Kind of a pioneer. Let's say you got AVG and he's the next step. Really? Wouldn't you hate to be Classic Game Room? They were so far ahead of everybody before there was a platform for them, you know? Like, I was in shape before there was Instagram, so it was kind of pointless. And then Instagram comes out just as I'm losing my abs. I'm not catching up with that. Dude, there is a weird burnout with some of the OG YouTubers where they do go crazy. That is their burnout manifesting. They don't say they're burned out. They're going through the numbers, reading the ads for NordVPN and Raid Shadow Legends. But you know that they're losing it. And if they do a live thing, they end up raging on their fans. I might put off the Scream 7 review and do my Why YouTubers Are Shitty People video instead this week. I don't know. Whichever one will get me more hate. The hate makes me strong. See, I'm kind of a week behind. You got to get these... When things come to streaming, that's a good time to review it. New in theaters, optimal. Comes to streaming, get on it right away. If you're late, no one cares. Now your videos are relevant. But I do need to kind of feign movie review every once in a while around here, don't I? But I guess the Good Will Hunting commentary track suffices for that. Oh, please let that count. Let that count. I hit it with my tail feather. Oh, that is a good turn. Please, why can I not gain on this chump? So far ahead of everybody else except this dick. Warthog. Okay, in my imagination, or was the Warthog kind of pink in the at the frame of that windshield? Unison. Unision. No, Anna does not complain about 2026 Vaughn for some reason. I don't know. Everyone else is calling me William H. Macy. I saw a YouTuber with Tiny Falling yell at his live chat and cursed him. Cursed them, or they cursed him. He must have cursed them. So far ahead of these other guys, but this Hummer, which by the way, I don't think I've seen a Hummer EV in this game. I know that thing's going to be a beast, but I haven't seen one. May not be for sale. That dinosaur costume, man. That is what you want to win with, isn't it? How cringe is that to be driving your Hummer EV? Just beyond cringe. Like, I think we reached peak cringe. I'm surprised that the stream didn't crash. I don't ever see myself yelling at the viewers so much. That seems pretty lame. You guys are kind of getting me through playing a lot of games that I may have otherwise not. You know, if I wasn't streaming it, I wouldn't have bothered with Silk Song. I would have stopped dead where I reviewed it and been like, screw this shit. You ain't making me play it. And that's kind of how I started the playthrough, though. I'd reviewed Hollow Knight and was done with it. And people were like, no, finish it. You didn't even get out of the first area. We'll watch you. We'll watch it. We'll help you, guide you. And I'm like, fine, we can try. 60 installments later. It took forever. It was... That's the problem, is like... Okay, so he yelled at the viewers, and that's when they realized they were being manipulated. Right? It took that long. So if the critical drinker doesn't yell at his cultists, they're just going to hang on forever to every word he says. They're never going to realize they're being manipulated. What? That was 250? I'm 100 shy. Shit. Drift zone through the window. We can do a couple of drift zones. We'll try to do some drift zones instead of a race. I mean, the race shit. Drift zones are tough. If I can do 3 of them, that's 75, but I got to get double the score. It doesn't ever want to start you in the right spot. This is not drifting. All right, I do have some cars made for drifting, okay? The Formula Drift cars, that's what you want to go with. I think this Nissan that we got, that essentially Cavafax won. Oh, no. I think they already had me pointing. No, let's turn around. I think if you go downhill, it's preferred. Speed actually helps with your drift points. Yeah, I'm going the wrong direction here. Sometimes uphill gets you the wheel spin. You can get to work both ways. I've won things both directions, you know, and sometimes you get to the end, you just turn around and give it another shot. But I need to get a 2-star on one of these for 50 points. And then we can just go through the others real quick. What was this one's points? 70,000 or 105? Shit. See, you're getting some points snaking like this, but I feel like if you just went fast and you hit like a nice drift, you do even better. Can't believe that didn't say fail. It's gonna fail me. It's gonna... Shit. Yeah, I don't see me getting 3 stars here. This is pretty damn rough. 100,000 is definitely doable. Hey, that's points right there. Yeah, if you rewind before it says fail, you're usually good. I should have done that. See, you can rewind before fail. Good power drifting right there. Downhill. I could have taken that better. We're almost there on the 70. Was it 70 or 75 and 105? We're going to try to hit 105. Oh boy, that looked good. That looked good, boys. I'm sorry, but that was an Asian girl panty dropper right there. Oh no, 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 that might have failed. That might have stalled out and failed.
You've arrived at your destination.
All right, I'm good with 2 stars. I'm good with that. Okay, 15 more points, guys. Drift zone, 80. That looks like that's going to be a tough one right there. We got to start somewhere off-road. It looks like that might be the downhill. We'll start here. Can you get my invite yet? Or are you not online? I don't remember kicking you off my friend list. I am wearing pants. Whatever. You caught me on a day where you're not able to join today. Oh, I thought you said let's do it. Like you were going to join for like the big final race or something. Wrong way, shit. Definitely you want the Formula Drift cars. They're set up, tuned for the drifting. Cavafax, do you have the 8.6 Horizon Forza edition? That seems to be the car that people are really flying with when it comes to getting the distance on the crashes, whatever, crash signs. All right, we got it. We got the star.
You've arrived at your destination.
Good enough, guys. Just like the Goonies.
Congratulations! Your gold wristband is waiting for you. How about a drive to Legend Island? Alongside some special guests.
It's a drive to Legend Island. Okay.
This, like the Invitational, is a rite of passage that all our legends must take. A lap to celebrate your success. I'll see you there.
Yeah, you have to 100% so many categories to get that formula, to get that Forza Edition 8.6. So you can then do the jumps correctly. It's insane.
Isn't just the prize. It's a new beginning.
It's via rewards only, yeah.
See you there.
There's also some Lotus Evija souped like Forza Edition. Forza Lotus Evija, I think. Or it's I think it's a Forza Edition. That's like the king car of the game. It has like 2,000 plus horsepower. Can pretty much do anything you need. And it is DLC. Yeah. Pretty rough. Okay, here we go, boys. I think we can fast travel. Oh, I did pick up that Diablo, by the way. I should have raced in that. But yeah, I have my barn finds. The barn finds are not tied to the wristband so much. It is your Tokyo Discovery stuff. So what do we have here?
Go see what it can do.
Now available. Oh shit, what are we doing? My Diablo SV is available. So I want to see that one for sure.
Welcome back, legend.
Give me my... Is it just going to be here, or do I have to claim it first in that other window? Evidently, no. Oh, shit, No, I needed to go to Barn Finds. F. I've got a ways to go to get that 8.6. I only have 500 points. And that's from the drift school thing that we did. Okay. Cars, barn finds. Let's do it. Nissan POW.
It's all
Collectible
yours.
added. This
Take
is...
it for a spin.
Yeah, no. We'll look at these others before and then end with the Diablo when it comes to looking at the barn finds. That would be a kind of a cool car in a sort of like Roger Moore, James Bond way, right? Montero Eve Evolution. Jackie Chan might have drove one of these in a movie or something like it. He had a lot of Mitsubishis. He was like a Mitsubishi spokesperson. How you like that extra mirror on the hood? I mean, I've seen some of these Japanese cars put them out there in the middle of the hood. Not that far forward and not with additional mirrors on the side. That's a little overkill. And lastly...
Feels good, right? Go enter it in a race. Let it realize its full potential. Finally.
Check it out. That car does not look old, does it? I mean, now that you pull up with one of these, right? We'll take it for a spin, sure. Oh, it's not going to let me. I made my barn find turbo look like Johnny Silverhand. Do you believe on Nintendo Direct next week? I don't know. How come they are so cryptic about a Direct? You know, you're supposed to be cryptic about what games are going to come out. Nintendo's being cryptic about whether or not they're going to tell you about upcoming games. Like, let's think about that. Imagine if hell is real and you have to watch Shaun of the Dead for eternity. I need to commentary track that movie. Same way I did Good Will Hunting. Haven't seen it in a while. Screw it, we're doing this. You know, that's about it. Forza Vista. Let's explore. Oh shit, what did I do? Here, oh, here we, no. Yeah, exit. Explode. Deep trunk, boys. Something is going on over at Lamborghini. They give you a deep trunk still to this day. I looked inside the, what is it, Revolting? The V12 car, it has a deep trunk. Ah, yeah, that's where my 530 horses live. Right there, baby. Hold on, let me look at that again. What year is this? Is it a 98? It's got to be, because 99 they have the fixed headlamps from the 300ZX, don't they? Yeah, that's a 98 interior. The 99 interior looks so good. I might die of boredom. Yes, just like the fat guy in Shaun of the Dead. Do you hate it? Shaun of the Dead? No, I think Tote hates it. I found it to be underwhelming. I saw it back before. I must have watched it in 2004. It wasn't very old. It was building a cult following when I saw it. You know, so I wasn't like affected by, everybody said this is supposed to be funny, I better fake laughing, you know. None of that. Where's our, over here? Wristband event. I think you're going to be driving a Lamborghini for this. Probably that guy right there. Is that the, that's an Aventador, isn't it?
We're about to be legends, eh? What a feeling. We've reached the top and there's still so much more waiting for us over on Legend Island.
What do you mean we've reached the top? Jordan, I have barely seen you do anything. I don't see you running around trying to jump cars over buildings. I don't see you drifting. What's this wee crap? Cav effects you haven't seen, Shaun of the Dead. It's the movie that made the fat guy and the skinny guy kind of known in America. You know, the duo, and also the director. And they did Hot Fuzz, which I think is probably the superior movie. Hot Fuzz is not a laugh riot, but it's probably the better movie.
You tackled head on, and honestly, I never had any doubt you'd make it this far.
Being a part of the festival, here, we won't forget it anytime soon.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Because this is designed to kill you. They wouldn't put us in a, they wouldn't have us do some kind of death race in a car this fancy, would they? No, of course they would. That's the perfect trick. Am I supposed to win? What are we doing?
This has been quite the journey, you two. I owe you both. Big time.
Don't mention it. Just enjoy the moment.
May the Asian is way up there. The hell is she driving? Aventador, the last car of Kobe Bryant. If only LA's traffic wasn't a complete nightmare, making him have to resort to a helicopter to get around town. I have a theory on the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash. That he's up there and he's like, hey kids, we're going over the zoo. You want to see the animals? And then the pilot's like, well, it is a little foggy. Hey, let's go down and see the animals. Crash. That is my theory on the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash. I don't think I have to beat this Asian gal, do I? Pause. And then other people kind of join in the race, like for the drive along. These are other characters you're supposed to bounce into. They're like wheeling into the race Like it's something out of the Road Warrior. Damn, she's way up there. She's eager to get on that island to be sacrificed. Haley Jackson from Horizon Mexico. So these were characters from past Forza games. And now May, she's excited to be invited to the island. Here we go, boys. This is the island. You were barred from driving here earlier. I actually could fast travel to it for a minute because I think Cavafax had been here and I joined on him or something. Oh shit, Haley. It's probably a bad look for me to be getting asked. Look at my skills, come on. Haley, slow it down. Asshole. Yeah, more like it. You stop. This is about me and May over here. Alright, I gotta figure out what the hell May was driving. And here we are on Legend Island. You get to the island and you see that it's there's a fallen Statue of Liberty there, and I have to blame these maniac drifters. Oh look, Joe Burrow. The cover star of the first Forza Horizon. That's Viper, wasn't it? The fallen Tokyo Tower would have deep meaning to the Asians watching, and the Americans would be like, huh?
Gold suits you. Now, moving straight on, as I'm sure that will take a while to hit home, but on Legend Island, we raise the stakes with events only available to the best Horizon drivers.
Whoa. Whoa. Goliath. That is a race around the entire place. We've got to do that, right? R998. That is clearly a race around the entire damn area. No, I'm on easy ass. I'm on average. Come on. I'm not a girl. But, there was an achievement, right, for something here. I don't know if it just happened, but meet you at the parking or no. Okay, I do have a question for you, Cavafax. Earn all festival playlist points for a season. Now, herein lies the issue.
I give you Legend Island. More events, more races, more Horizon.
New car. The Kobe special. I need to, what a rush, complete a Horizon Rush event, and I can get that achievement. I've done all the other stuff for the winter. What is a Horizon Rush event? We do the Horizon Rush event, and then we do the long race, and then we have washed our hands of streaming this game, right? Then we can move on to boxing or the Wolf Among Us. I kind of want to do the boxing. I think the story mode in Fight Night Champions is really cool. A Barbie game. If there was a Barbie, the movie, the game, and you can like, and they Unreal Engine 5'd Margot Robbie. I'm just saying. Any events where you got the wristband. Okay, well, here's the problem. I did the gold. It didn't give me this. Right? Can I race zero chaser? And that count? Because I don't think that's going to count. There's only 3. Okay, so then what's a rush? If that's an exhibition, then what's a rush? Oh, ballet, that's what you want. Oh, that was so rewarding. There's no way to determine which ones are rushes. The warehouse one? What about that rocket one? Was that an event? Peer pressure. That one I need to improve on. That says wristband event. Wristband event. That which I just did, wristband event. Plain wristband event. I don't understand. They don't say rush. Festival invitation. I mean, that is a wristband event, so when you are at the event, the left hand pop-up will say rush event or showcase event for each wristband. Okay, okay. How about we do the chaser? What else do we have? Titan. New stuff. You get 700 points. Is that a long ass? Man, these are some long races. All right, here we go. We'll travel to this. Chaser 0.
The name of all that's sacred!
And on the left, choose. There are 3 events.
Having fun in the Etho region? Seems like you've uncovered all the hidden gems here.
Okay, so not all of them are going to say rush. See, this one says rival.
The festival doesn't stop once you reach legend status. Really, you're only just getting started.
Status.
The festival playlist is brimming with fresh, ever-changing events and exclusive rewards.
Yeah, cool. Peugeot 206 Rallycross Subaru around the Space Center. That was Launch Control Subaru. We've got 3 stars there, but you're saying I can turn it into a rush event. Solo, race against the clock in this Horizon Rush event. I guess it's just by default that way.
You freaks!
If you look at this car closely, I don't think those are headlights. I think on this car, it has stickers that look like headlights. And well, hold on. My bad. If you look closely at it, it doesn't look like a 3-dimensional headlight like other cars in the game. My mistake. That will be me playing Motor Slice next Tuesday. You freaks.
I want to touch.
I don't think we need any more Jenny buttons. I've been watching a lot of her stuff. I'm not sure if there's other things that come up. I've thought about it. I don't know. I'm going to look into it a little bit. More Ginny can't be bad, right? It's too smoky here. My beautiful Subaru. My first thing that goes is the license plate. You got like this weird cavernous area behind the license plate, don't you? Cabifex, what I use is a Ulanzi U Studio. It's cheaper than a Steam Deck, and it's pretty programmable. Unlike the base Steam Deck, it does have some dock features built in, so I can push the buttons and connect other stuff to my MacBook. It isn't a powered dock, but the thing, like my Rodecaster Pro 2 powers itself, so it just needs a data connection in. So this works as a good hub for that. It can also read like micro SD cards if you need to add a reader to a laptop, I guess. I have a video on it, and Amazon referral stuff. A few people bought them from watching my videos. And you know, ultimately the stuff kind of pays for itself if it works out that way. I don't think I'm setting any new time here. Watch your head. When he crosses, that's when we should launch the rocket. Then it's kind of like he's racing a rocket, but not really. We can take that better. A Motor Slice Flushy. She probably has a squeaky toy in her. You know, like you pinch her certain parts, that's where the squeak is. I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't hate that game, but it does scream indie. It screams we didn't really take this through the QA, right? There's a lot of vague directionless bullshit happening. A lot of indie games have like the same, not quite a story. Like the story's kept simple enough that you can, if you don't want to be bothered with it, you can just focus on the gameplay. Then you have indie games that are all story. It's the AAA titles that usually have to try to get it right between, we need X amount of gameplay, X amount of story. The indies go one way or the other, don't they? You freaks. Yeah, that... Man, Jenny Nicholson not being a gamer is... She could take over YouTube gaming. I was watching a video of hers yesterday where she talked about some largely unknown Renfest amusement park called Evermore for 3 hours. 15 million views. Like, she has just as many views on that as she does like the Galaxy Tour, the big video that I think got all the attention. If she played some games, oh my goodness sake, man. Or if she did a video on like the saddest failed YouTuber she ever saw, and it was me, then I'd get like 1 million subs, because like her people would come to me and be like, Oh, now I feel bad for him, you know? All right, give me an achievement.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, Goliath. See what I'm saying there? Those don't look like headlights. That looks like stickers designed to look like headlights, like on on NASCAR. I haven't played any more Motor Slice. I will not be streaming Motor Slice. I may play through it
Okay, legend. What's
off stream. We will. This game's such a time suck, Cavafax. I thought I would try to get the delivery uniform because you have to do that for an achievement. And as you get closer to finishing the delivery, you end up with an issue where it gets harder. Like not harder, but more tedious. I am doing the same 100-yard sprint over here. Do this one. Now you're allowed to get some side swipe points. But let's see here, delivery. Yeah, you get down here and it gets even longer shifts before you can get to the next area. So I thought I was like halfway through and I thought, oh, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. No, it's going to be like an hour, 2 hours, 4, 8, like ridiculous. You have 4 achievements left. Wow. I've gotten a lot, but I still have a lot left. You know, I'm not even under 10, but veteran is halfway, maybe. It's pretty brutal. And I'm just seeing the same thing over and over and over. It's boring as balls. I started listening to more Michael Jackson albums while I did this last night. I don't think I can be bothered with the Michael album, and maybe I'll do Escape because it sounds like this is him. This is not finished. And then we're going to, it's Akon and MJ. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And like, we're just doing like guest fill in the blanks, you know. And then the Escape one, that album, I did hear a song that played in a commercial sometime back from the Escape album. And I thought that sounded all right. But there can't be a song on there that Michael Jackson was like, this song's finished, put it on the next album. Oh, wait, I died. You know, like that can't be the case, right? So I think I've listened to all the Michael Jackson songs. Anything after that, it's kind of like the AI tinkering, you know, and the producer did the work. Don't Bother for Michael, it's overproduced and unfinished at the same time. I listened to like 3 tracks there and I'm like, this doesn't sound like Michael Jackson stuff. Blood on the Dance Floor EP. No. I was wondering, I was like, The Girl Is Mine. That was the Chris Tucker one, right? The Blood on the Dance Floor, I think, had a music video. And that was sometime after, but was there not an album for that? Because I was listening to just the albums, I didn't come across that song. And now here comes Nowhere with more Daria stuff. It contains 5 original songs, the rest are remixes. Okay, yeah, that I thought I was missing something because I was like, wait, maybe Blood on the Dance Floor is the Chris Tucker thing, but yeah, I see what you're saying now. I get it. Totally considerate got. I'm gonna have to check that out, and then maybe listen to that one song from the Escape, and then that's it. I've done all the Michael Jackson. I listened to all the Michael Jackson bin up to this point. You know, full Michael. Well, the Jackson 5 have a few songs worth a while, but it's also really weird on Apple Music how they've kind of like made things. You pull up Fleetwood Mac popular songs on Amazon or Apple Music. You have to go like 15 deep It can't be in order. You have to go like, I kid you not, you have to go like 15 deep to get to something that should have been 1 or 2. I'm low on battery, but I'm doing it, damn it. This thing can't be right. They're popular songs. Fleetwood Mac. Now, like, see, it'll make sense at first. Dreams, The Chain, Landslide, Go Your Own Way. And then you keep going, and you scroll like 20 deep. And, well, shit, what was I thinking of? I don't know. Maybe me listening to Fleetwood Mac last night while playing some of this changed the direction some of this goes. Or maybe it's all random as balls. I don't know. Okay, point not proven. Spotify's doing some racy shit though. They make like a Spotify made playlist with like this Tove Love gal boob out in the playlist thumbnail. You can't report it because Spotify made it themselves. And I'm like, is this appropriate? You just fired up Spotify. The first thing it's recommending, here's a current new music video playlist. Songs with music videos, play, and it's like the greeting thumbnail. It's like, oh, I thought I opened Spotify, not Pornhub over here. Okay, guys, this is it, the big race. Cavafac's not joining, huh? All right, Track Life R998. I do have an X track car, that Mazda Furia. It is a beast. You're getting your butt whooped on super hard. Hey, every time you get your butt whooped, you keep those power-ups and you just keep getting more power-ups. I'm going to have to rewind a lot. We'll see if we did it together where there would be no rewind, but we could run interference. I can't fast travel to that, but I can get really close. We finish this. I'm gonna eat this, and then I've got some video to work on. Some video to edit, for sure. Yeah, face me the wrong direction.
Great choice. I think you're going to be one to watch in this race, if you've got the endurance for it.
I'm not sure what I have in the way of R cars that qualify for this.
Name and then some. The longest route around Japan. No shortcuts. Good luck.
Keep going nowhere. There was parts where I was stuck forever trying to do the one thing in the middle or whatever, or couldn't find the keys in time to open the chest. Plus, you want my help, right? With what? Setting up the Streamlab deal? I'll figure it out or something. I don't know. I need to open up the Streamlabs and get those texts going through. If I could get one that goes left to right and then it comes out the other pipe at the bottom, right to left, oh, that's going to look so cool. And give the illusion that the text is going around. Oh, people are going to like, they're going to have to subscribe, aren't they? Pagani. If I buy a car, what are the options? That's like most of my money right there for the Valkyrie. Welcome pack? I don't even think I'm allowed to buy that. Am I? Oh, no. Ah, yeah, you have to buy FXXK Evo, AMG GT, M4 Competition Coupe, Lancer Evo. That's an 8 welcome pack. I still can't get a 9. Otherwise, oh, it's 250 if you buy it from... Oh, this one weighs way more. But you could probably kit it... it still costs like so much. The Wyra is so hard to control. That's 1,000. 1,023.70. What's the Wyra? The Wyra's up there. It's a beast. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna take the Wyra. We're doing this. I'll see if I can do it without rewind. So your Cavafax is out for the stream. It's going to take me an hour to do this, huh? He's like, well, it's been nice. See you, everybody. I'm getting a little bit of a headache. It's going to snowball into a massive migraine. So I may be... The last bad migraine I had came on like this. See if I can do this without rewind. What did I do at the first turn? Yeah, I'm probably going to have a migraine by the end of this. I'm sensing the migraine coming on. I'm on average. These guys. Come on. You aren't kidding. You might need to crank it down a little. Game's gonna cheat. I was trying to find some examples for the review clips of the difficulty spikes. It's like sometimes the game just decides you're done. But then others, you win by 15 seconds. Alright, that was the last we're seeing of your ass. Pitted. Well, how long do you think this is going to be? This can't be worse than the endurance races in Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. I know those were at least an hour of like going around in a circle. Hell, it's probably 2 or 3 hours. It did say endurance. And you had to do all that so you could get a Formula 1 car. Speaking of, how come we don't have Formula 1 cars? Oh, you bastard. Didn't I pit you? You son of a bit. Now he's returning the favor. Actually, that is a different car, but... No, Desert Bus, I think, is 2 hours. But it's miserable. It's supposed to be like... It's like a meme before memes. It was trolling in a game before the concept. You can't really troll offline, but they tried to with a Sega CD game, Penn and Teller. I might have to do a Desert Bus stream at some point. If I could... I guess if I could find the stick. I don't think I have it on my hacked Super Nintendo Classic. I've seen 2 Monty Python movies. Monty Python The Holy Grail is amazing. But I saw Life of Brian and was kind of like, eh. Holy Grail's great. Gotta give it up to Holy Grail. Come on. Formula One car is a knockoff Formula Star, totally. That's exactly what that is. Now you want to know what a knockoff Formula or Indy car is? Kart. They had a thing, they had like a competitor to IndyCar called Kart, and it did not go well. They wanted to use like IndyCar or Formula One for this movie, Sylvester Stallone film, and they couldn't get them, but they got Kart, and then like the movie was such a bomb, it like killed the racing league, like. Try to remember the name of that movie, because there was another movie using the same title. Shit. Yeah, Kart went bankrupt sometime after that movie, though, actually. You guys are rubbing me, and I'm not liking it. Vulcan, we're using the same car. You're on my friend list. You should be helping me out here. I want to see if I could take them off the road a little bit. No, that was a bad idea. The Wagon Star is the closest thing to an SUV in Kirby Air Riders. That's what I would say. Oh, was I going to make that? Yeah, there was a split from Kart that created current-day IndyCar. Kart was beginning to rival F1, but the family owning Indianapolis got an ego trip. It's very odd. Like, everybody knows about the Indy 500, but we don't really know about their other events in IndyCar, you know? That would be like, hey, everybody, we got to watch the Super Bowl. Well, what do they do the rest of the year, you know? NASCAR does a better job of, like, defining these. Is he going to make me go back? Holy Grail is great. I have the DVD with the 13 extra seconds in it, or they even mention it. Oh, this is the version that has extra, like 10 more seconds in it. Is it? Oh, okay. And it's just this girl saying that. But like every joke in Monty Python and the Holy Grail works. It may very well be the best comedy. It's vaguely coherent enough of a story to be a narrative and not just a series of sketches. It's got good music. The performances are fine enough. I mean, it's really effective with the laughs. Can't really complain at all. Yeah, if you told me that was the funniest movie, I wouldn't be like, well, hold on now. You know, it's a serious contender for funniest movie. Now, people will tell you that Caddyshack, that's the funniest movie. Caddyshack has scenes, and it is actually less coherent than Monty Python the Holy Grail. It seems like it has nothing to do with the damn caddies. You introduce the, all right, we're meeting our hero of the movie, the last Starfighter. And then he's not really the lead of the movie. So it's like, oh, wait, at the end of the movie, he has to step up. Like, huh? Whose movie is this? Is it Rodney Dangerfield's movie? Is it Chevy Chase's? Like, what are we doing? I feel like that is a serious problem. There are jokes that come across like a Saturday Night Live comedy sketch in Caddyshack. Caddyshack would not be up your alley, Cavafax. It's a raunchy 80s comedy thing. You're 20% in 5 minutes. That's not too bad. Now comes all the rewinding, right? Now that I can kind of sniff first place. I've got a migraine headache coming on, and we're talking about Caddyshack. Which, frankly, did I do a commentary track for Caddyshack? Because if I didn't, I could. Is it going to let me count that? It's letting me... No shit. They mandated hybrids in IndyCar? I know they have something called Formula E, which sounds pretty exciting. With it being electric cars. You know, you don't have to refuel, but maybe you could swap out a battery. Might have let those guys get too far ahead. Quit pushing me. Yeah, they're way up there now. Shit. Well, at least the road isn't icy. That's about as good as you can turn in a Pagani Huayra R. And this truck is going to overtake my ass? Are you kidding me? Shit, I should have done this in my souped up peel. Got my peel to R spec, right? Shit. No, Chevy Chase, I know he's probably a shitty person, okay? But old people get that way, right? He kind of has every right to be a dick. Yet somehow, Bill Murray is the same guy, and he doesn't get treated that way by people? Like, I don't understand why Bill Murray gets the grace and Chevy Chase doesn't. Chevy Chase has some right to have a big ego. I mean, Vacation pulls off a second sequel actually being probably considered a classic beyond the original in a comedy. That's like some Marvel MCU shit, okay? So we need to give some respect to Chevy Chase. Third movie in the franchise not being awful. I mean, that was not something that used to happen, guys. You in the halcyon days of movies, the sequel might be good. Like, The Empire Strikes Back and Terminator 2 don't happen very often. The third movie being good was like, no, that's shit. The third movie being good. I guess the first movie that did that was Goldfinger. Before Goldfinger, the third movie was guaranteed to not be good and probably wasn't even a thing. They weren't really developing franchises until the Thin Man. And shit, I don't know if the third Thin Man, it's like, they all call them Thin Man, whatever shit, but... And that's going back a ways. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But James Bond being a franchise kind of makes others look at making a franchise, because Goldfinger was a huge hit. And then everybody else wanted to do franchises, so... Or they more immediately they wanted to spoof spy stuff in the 60s. Let me take it. Let me get it. No. Chubby Chase, like what? Chubby Checker? Most people get Chubby Checker wrong. They think his name's Chubby Checkers. You'll see. It's like Christopher Reeve. It's not Christopher Reeves. It's Christopher Reeve. Shit, you should do like, somebody should do a red carpet interview and like interview Brad Pitt and call him Brad Pitts. And then see if he picks up on it. Like just add plural or take a plural off. Oh, hi, I'm here with, oh, there was some gal named Jones, right? That was in the Rogue One. Whatever your name, Joan, come here. Excuse me, what? Hello, Renee Zellwegers. And just otherwise do a straight, bland interview, but make everybody's name plural or not. Brad Pitt is fighting against a rather unattractive last name, right? A Pitt is not alluring. He's fighting against that. You would think it's like Tom Cruise. His actual name is, his middle name's like Cruise, spelt different. But his last name's like Malthorpe. And they're like, yeah, that's, yeah, I don't know about that. You know? Brad Pitt, what's your middle name? Can we make that your last name? You know, we gotta think about that, right? Man, you don't want to send this thing sideways. Right, I've got to look at getting a lead on someone here. Falling behind. Crisp rat? What? Mr. Garrison taught the kids in South Park Chubby Checker left the Beatles in 1972. Did the Beatles cover the Twist? I mean, Chubby Checker essentially remade the Twist on occasion. Let's twist again, let's twist some more, whatever. I mean, he found his moneymaker there. Bowie knife, I knew it was you. It's Bowie knife under another name. Tom Tolland. That is a guy I can't respect. I have not seen him good in anything. Why is he playing Spider-Man like such a child? It's Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man acted more like an adult. He was in high school at the start of the first movie. Shit. Oh, gee, Mr. Stark, thanks for the costume. Hold on. Are we using our first names around these guys? Oh, my bad. Like, that, and people want to tell you that Avengers, Infinity War is good. God. It's kind of like, you know, pick your poison. Which one's the bad one? Endgame's definitely awful. Infinity War, a script doctor could salvage it, but they decided not to do that. Like, I could probably make an edit of Infinity War that kind of saves it, like my edit for The Last Jedi. Yeah, The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi I could save with an edit. With the help of AI, I could fix that movie. Endgame, that's a much bigger undertaking. It has core issues. Shit. 2 Tylenol, 1 aspirin, and a strong coffee. I've got a NOS that has caffeine. But I'm gonna take 2 Tylenol right after the stream for sure, and hope that it doesn't happen. Because the last one I had, I did like 1 Tylenol and I went to bed. And then usually I can sleep it off, but it grew while I was trying to sleep. Then I woke up and thought about going to the hospital. And this was a few weeks ago. It was pretty bad. You, Felipe, you son of a bitch. Did you just see this move this guy did? He just tried to Brad Pitt me. All right, we've got to get some catching up here. That's not going to do it. I don't know if you can do much about aneurysms. How have we not come up with like a medication to prevent aneurysms, right? Just, you know, even placebo effect, the anti-aneurysm drug, right? Oh, you want to not drop dead? Try this sugar pill. It might work, it might not, but ask your doctor and we'll cover it with Medicare. Okay, I've got to find a way to make up some ground here. There's got to be like a big cheat area coming up where I can just floor it. Nice high wall turn where I can slam into everybody. What are you doing, Felipe? You rat bastard. Oh, guys, I didn't get the gig doing the golf roasting thing. I don't know. They kept asking me about it and then decided to go, then said they went with somebody else. I'm like, who the hell else are you getting? Kevin Hart? I know they're not doing movies anymore, but come on. He's not going to drive to Oklahoma. Shit. Oh my lord. Man, I took that pretty hard. Didn't ricochet off nothing there, man. Knocked the windows off, or mirrors. Okay, come on. Come on, we gotta get in this. This is a turn right here where I can make some ground on Bowie knife. Shit. You gotta glance off. You gotta hit at a certain angle. Gran Turismo trained me well for this moment, boys. Come on, come to Papa. Are you guys okay with me not? Oh my God, no. Are you guys okay with no stream tomorrow so I can like try to redo my stream, edit some video and things? I want to get like 5 good videos up this week. Uploads that nobody pays attention to. David Cornsweat. Yeah, call him Dave Cornsweat. See what happens. Did anybody go see the He-Man movie? Because I actually think that I've said this before, and I think that in time, a lot of other, like a big YouTuber is going to say this and get all the credit, but it's Tron Legacy. It's like the movie that's It's going to be considered better than it had any right to be. Reimagined something that didn't quite hit back when it was first shown in the 80s. And then everybody's going to be like, oh man, we really should have supported that. Because now look what we've got. So I kind of see it being like the Tron Legacy of the summer. And we're in first place and we're not giving it up, damn it. Hell, I'm not even sure how I got first place. It just seemed like everybody else slowed down. Don't you be trying to pass me here. Yeah, you'd think I wouldn't have time to read the chat at 195, but you'd be surprised, right? I'm really going to have to look into just making a ton of shorts too. Like, if each stream had something that was a viable short. Beginning to approach Gigantus with all the vehicles. Hey, I could do a short on how to win as Gigantus. My watch needs charging. I got those clips from that last stream. Could work. Hey guys, are you having trouble winning as Gigantus? Well, here's some tricks. Try to do the voice of Steve from Code Veronica. Whoa! You know they're gonna change Steve a lot, right? Look at this guy. What the shit? Steve is gonna get the Carlos treatment. Hey, I'm Steve. They're gonna change. Hell, they might even race swap Steve because people will be afraid to call him annoying if he's black, right? Don't be surprised. Saw the series finale of the Amazing Digital Circus in theaters. I thought it was okay, a bit open-ended. Yeah, it's like the going away tour of the Rolling Stones or Kiss, right? We left it open so we can do a spin-off or a sequel if this makes enough money. Was the web series good enough to justify that, though? Like, shouldn't you feel like it was a triumph, not a bit okay? If you're saying it's a bit okay, it sounds like you're trying to convince yourself that you didn't waste money. I can't let these guys get me. Oh. Boy. Doesn't feel like I'm drafting them. I wanted to take this Felipe final Vance. I want to pit them so hard. Yeah, get the hell off the road, pal. I'm racing pretty clean. I still have both my mirrors, right? What is this truck doing here in this race? Yeah, I might win it, I might. I didn't feel like a waste. I enjoyed the experience except for getting there, and it was indeed an ambition. Getting there, you mean like it's out of your what is it, public zone, or what do they call it? Securities to be in public at a movie theater. comfort zone. Shit, that's what. Pick the Dragoon or Hydra. Dragoon's easier. Dragoon is your flight beast. Hydra, I don't have enough experience with Hydra to tell you much about it. I really couldn't tell you. I've driven it a handful of times. I didn't get much done. Yeah, I'm winning this shit. I'll tell you that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to really lean into some rewind here. These cheating Ferraris. There we go. There we go. Man, you really had to crank that steering wheel there. Oh, you bastards, how? Okay, now that is a legitimate turn right there. Where are you guys going? They just ran into me, is all they did. That was entirely about ramming me. It was hot that day when I went to the theaters. Almost fainted. Oh, that's wild, man. I'd say pick the Hydra. Just, it's going to be more fun than Dragoon, I think. You guys are purposely... Oh my god. Yeah, without the rewind, if we try to do this co-op, we really would have to run interference and pit these guys. Because they're aggressive here. Please let me pass that. It's either that or get fishtailed by these guys. Come on. Look at that. Entirely about hitting me. That's what that entire turn was. These guys are going to come down the mountain trying to hit me now, too. Had a guy try to do that in a toge race online. I was so far ahead, this guy just like cut across and started driving backwards, like to try to hit me. But he turned invisible and I went through him. No, get off. Oh, what a turn, boys. What a turn. Wow. Oh, I've got a good lead. We're almost 80. No one's even on the mini map. I feel like as you speed up, the mini-map should should scale. So because you're coming up on these turns quicker, right? So it should kind of like zoom out. downhill in the Wyra R in the snow. Took down Hyper Gigantus with the Hydra. Oh, that's what you're talking about. You made it to Hydra, to the Super Gigant. It really is the same thing, but yeah, I used the Hydra. And then if you watch your videos, your cutscene, it'll show you with the Hydra at the end. In whatever you had your character dressed as and stuff. Oh, why do you hear a lion roar? Don't spoil it, guys. Don't spoil it. It's Katy Perry. You're gonna hear her roar. She makes no effort to roar like a lion in that song. Oh. Roar, oh. That is not roaring. I think at this point it's pretty obvious that she got platformed for the rack and being skinny. Because the singing is not there. Now her concerts are not really working. It's like now that you're losing your looks with your age, we can't seem to book these venues. So what's happening is there's something called blue dot fever. Musicians, when they don't sell as much as they thought they were going to get at a venue, they just cancel the show. They see a bunch of blue dots on the Ticketmaster of empty seats, and then they go, oh, okay, the show's canceled. I got a sickness, and yeah, that's it. It's blue, and they're referring to it as blue dot fever, by the way. Almost 90%. Come on, let me catch the chat here. Nah, I already know. You already made it in the city trial that one time. The lion? No, you have a fight ahead of you. You have to take the fight to that kitty Death Star thing. Yeah, I've never been to a concert, and I would never go to a concert, and all I see is more reasons to go to concerts, you know? What rock band did that? Is it one I might have heard of? You son of a... You guys ain't getting me in the final turn here. You may think you're going to, but I'm gonna play it pretty safe here. 90%. Blue, wide open, full throttle. Oh my god, I'm too good. I'm not braking the way the game wants me to there. I'm doing it better. Oh, that's going to be a problem. It's a national band, so I'm pretty sure. So, a Mexican. Yeah, I'm not going to be too familiar with Mexican rock. Okay, this could be a problem. You pittin' asshole. What is that truck doing in this? Why are there trucks? Alright, we're racing back to the island, right? Hell, am I on the island? I might be on the island. No, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, so Leo is crazy fast, hop star, basically, with power. You saw me with Leo. He can punch people down, man. Everybody else in the room had the defense going. But, yeah. All right, here we go. This is like... Come on. We got some big straightaways. If these trucks catch up with me... Yeah, it's not going to be the trucks, is it? Please, come on. They're on my tail. In reality, one of these Italian machines would have, like, flipped a bearing or some shit. Oh no! An axle fell off. Okay, I gotta take that turn better. Yeah, it has power like a Vampire Star, doesn't it? Like a hyped up... It just goes, man. The Leo's great. Speaking of, when are we going to get that Noir DDD Hydra amiibo? I may have to grab that. I've got $50 gift card at GameStop I need to use before they go bankrupt. Come on. Come on. Pull. 99. This is it. Yeah, we did it. Faster together. First try. It should show how many rewinds I abused to accomplish that, but in fairness, there were a number of Tacomas present that felt like just driving into me. Yeah, it's a migraine. It's definitely a migraine, guys.
I knew from the moment you set off, I had a real challenger on my hands.
Dance. Dance Asha like it's the 90s. It was like that when I got here, Vaughn. What? It was like that when I got here? My car looks fine, you know? The lion truly does not concern himself, does he? I did lose the first time I fought the Kitty Death Star. Because I was confused as to what the objective was, and I think the time ran out. But you'll get the hang of it. Alright, what's my big reward for that? It didn't say anything about a reward, did it? And that was like the big test, the lap all around.
Okay, Legend, what do you want to do next?
I want to turn this game off.
Getting that exploration in. There's so much to see in the Hokuba region.
Got a wheel spin for that? How come there isn't a Lamborghini Sesto Elemento in this? I know it'd be outclassed, but it's just such a cool looking concept. All right, so I got Dick. Some cars showed up as available to buy. 23 Turbo S, a GRY Yaris that has had some work done to it. I don't know if I want an S1 Yaris. Like, I don't have much use for that. Now this 23 Turbo S, let's go take a look at that. Oh, it's had some work done to it. A little bit. Lightening up for sure. Little horsepower boost. Fine. Labubu on your grill. I thought about hanging one in the window. The rear view window. I guess that's the thing to do, but people might break into the car to get it. But now that they're not popular, you could probably do that. Actually, there was a little Labubu thing that came with The Labubu comes with a mini cutout thing that you could kind of use as a keychain. It looks like an air freshener. It is not. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing you can do. Well, guys, it looks like I completed the game as far as I'm concerned. So, oh, this is such a good car. Street legal from the factory 10-second car right here. With luxury appointments. Priced like they know what they were doing. Like, okay, we can't just price this like turbos anymore. We're giving you exotic car performance. A review of this game will be coming. I've shot it. I've actually made modifications after some more streaming. But I mean, it's kind of just okay. I don't think it is an IGN 10 or whatever. Hell, I didn't think that Mixtape was a 10 necessarily. Have to post my machine codes on the YouTube VOD later. Oh, that's a good idea. You do that. That's a good idea. As for everything else over here, I don't know why it calls it a skill song. I try to have the radio off. It keeps turning things back on. Okay, so I was gifted the Wolf Among Us, which I need to enter the code for that, honestly. There was, if I show you the thing here, Dawn Wanderer gifted me the Wolf Among Us, under the assumption that that remake coming may not really have much different. I guess the game looks fine on an Xbox anyway. Would you guys like me to stream that? Here, I'm going to hit redeem code. So here we go. Confirm the Wolf Among Us. Hold on, is this going to show my address? No, it just says got it. Okay, good. So, the Wolf Among Us and Fight Night Champion. You guys are sleeping on Fight Night Champion story mode. You really are. I'm telling you, it's got a worthwhile story mode. It's been a while since I played it, but it's a boxing game that you play throwing your fists with your punching analog sticks. You have to like wind up and sling it. It's pretty sweet. It would actually be more fun on the Switch. The Switch 2 Pro controller, as you know from Welcome Tour, there's no friction when you circle. It doesn't make contact with that ring. So you get like a smoother motion. But yeah, the Wolf Among Us or Fight Night Champion be up next. We might do Tuesday, okay? If I don't die from an aneurysm in a minute. I've been meaning to get into that game. Type in Shadow Star 1. That one I'm quite proud of. People take their favorite YouTubers' opinions too seriously on which games. Hey, the other gaming channels, the other movie channels do not give a score. And they do that because they realize if they gave a score with the review, they would drive people against them. In my experience, it's largely been, oh, well, this guy has good taste in movies. He liked GoldenEye. And then they like me until they disagree. Then it's, oh, well, forget him. I can't believe he liked The American with George Clooney, you know, and then now it's over. So that's why you don't see any of the top people. the older websites, GameStop, IGN, they'll give a score because it's not one person doing it. You don't know who gave that low score to Alien Isolation. You know it was IGN. But they won't give a score. The people do not give a score because as soon as the score doesn't disagree, you said the movie sucked, but you didn't say it sucked enough. And that's what happened. So, Tuesday, Fight Night Champion. How about that? And then I was told we'll probably finish that up this week. I don't think it's crazy long for story mode. I may have to do on like a medium difficulty to get through. Bye, Vaughn. Need to serve Kitty Death Star butt with a side gesture. Get him. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an awful game. There, I said it. I played a little bit of it. I thought it was all right. Good night, Cavafax. If I got butt hurt by YouTubers not liking something, like I'd have no YouTubers to watch. I don't know how you guys are finding time to watch other people if you seem to be with me most nights. So, I don't know. It's kind of like, well, if I'm going to do this most nights, then how you guys got like two phones? You got like your Android and you got your iPhone watching the hot chick on one, something like that. But yeah, Fight Night Champion, we'll do that Tuesday, all right? Give me a little bit of time to edit. Give me some time to recover from a headache. I want to catch the finals game that's in New York. We're going to see how tacky everybody is in the stands. Right? It's going to be a vibe. Yeah. And hell, maybe I'll edit that part at the beginning where I talked about the Xbox game stuff and put that up as a video in a minute. It's been good. We went to Forza Legends status. I almost got through without slurring speech. Till next time. Or shit. If you made it this far, wait until marriage counseling.